record on this computer. Is it doing? Oh my gosh, why does it do this every time? It's like it changes where the buttons are. Oh, I think it's recording. Oh, just kidding. Okay, I wonder if this is recording, but if it is, I apologize for people who are listening. So we're gonna start now. I can't see myself, so I hope I look at the camera more. I try to focus on you guys, but it's hard sometimes. Welcome to our team call, but it is March 7th, 2017, and I'm Samantha Rosenthal. If this is your first call that you're watching recorded or tuning in live, but I am the founder of Team Bowl Fitness, and I'm excited to talk today on this beautiful March day. It was really beautiful here in Maryland. It's starting to warm up, and I'm so excited about Shakeology, because I think it is, I wrote the hidden gem in your business, but I then had to change it to not so hidden, because it's in our face all the time, but it really is kind of a huge secret sauce, if that's not so secret, to getting more success in your challengers and more success in your business. And it can be something that people have they're nervous to share about because of that price tag on it, but hopefully after today we'll talk a little bit more so you can understand the value and kind of how to present it in a not so salesy way that everyone doesn't want to be. But before we get started, where are my notes? If you did not watch my video yesterday, I hope you can watch it today, because or whenever you get a chance, because I'm doing an incentive for March Success Club. So Beachbody already, like corporate, is gonna send you, if you make Success Club, the performance sampler pack. So the Energize, the Hydrate, so basically your pre-workout, like your electrolytes drink. There's ones that I haven't even tried, like creatine and all this stuff that like John, my husband, is like totally into, because he is more into the science of like making your muscles work and stuff, and I don't know very much about that. And so I'm pretty excited about that. But then also from me, I'm going to send anybody who makes Success Club either a book or a credit for Audible, if you use Audible, for any PD book that you are wanting to try out or listen to. So if you are motivated by prizes, I hope that that motivates you to send those invites and get going. I will have the calendar for this month hopefully up soon. We're in the last week of our challenge group right now, and then we'll probably do 2 weeks down, and then we'll start back up. And it's kind of been a funky little bit, and I apologize if you are waiting for me to post something. I'm probably not going to do a free group right now, but I will be doing one soon. But if you ever want to and you need tips on how to do that for yourself, I can help you. And we have files that if you want to just copy the files and do it, you totally can. But I think that's it. Also, Super Saturday is coming up in 1 month. I will try to get a link. I know that there's a way to search on the Beachbody website Super Saturdays in your area, but if you can get to one, I so recommend it. They're really, really awesome. And Summit is coming, and I have a room, and I just want everybody there. Everybody who just wants to feel good, feel surrounded by amazing people, wants to get a little motivation in their business, who wants to just do workouts where you can see Shanti or Autumn or anybody like there. It's in New Orleans. It's they used to have different like tracks, like you chose track 1 or track 2, or track below diamond, above diamond, all that stuff, but it's getting bigger, and so now we're just in this huge stadium and we're all going to be together, and it's just such an amazing event. I've never gone. I joined coaching right before Summit 2 years ago, and then last year we had moved and I was pregnant and we just couldn't make it work. So I said that this year, no matter what, I was going to be there. But I tuned into like a bunch live last year and it was just so amazing. And I just can't wait to be there. So I hope everyone is getting excited and figuring out a way that they can make it. And I think that that's it for announcements. So, okay, so let's get started on Shakeology. So I think Shakeology is one of the things that we know is so amazing because we start drinking it and we're like, oh my gosh, my body feels amazing. For me, a lot of digestive issues were fixed like almost immediately. I had more energy after starting drinking it with a 6-week-old than I did when I was like single by myself and not taking care of an infant or not pregnant or anything like that. I had more energy after all of that. And I was like, holy crap, what is this? Sign me up for life. But people, I think because majority of us as coaches are not nutritional experts. And if you are, please share any information you found. Like Shannon on her team is really amazing. She's a nurse, and she researched Shakeology before she started drinking it. And she was like, she loved what she found. She found that it was legit. She found that it was good stuff. It contained things that were fueling, stuff that made sense to her. It does not make sense to me. A lot of what I have to learn it in small pieces or I get overwhelmed and I'm just like, I don't understand. I am not a health expert, but I do know basic facts and I can understand that. I just want to make sure no one's texting me or anything because I can't see anyone. So I hope everyone is legit and can see me. So the basics, something that I found that I really liked, when I started the 21-day fix, I realized that processed food, now, if you don't know anything about my story, is that I was raised on fast food. So learning about food and like processed food was a big step for me. And I loved how I felt, but I just didn't know anything. And so as I started the 21-day fix for real, because I did buy it before Carter was born, but I never really used it. But after Carter and I was really diving into it and really reading the book and trying to understand and like what Shakeology was and like not trying to have processed foods and all that, I was educating myself on how much better I felt and what those processes did to the food. And with Shakeology, what they do is they take all of these ingredients, like over 77 ingredients, and they dry them, and then they grind, they ground it. Oh, that doesn't make sense. They grind it into powder. So it's basically treated in the most delicate way. So if someone is worried about real food, a lot of people will say, well, I'm not a shake person. I want to eat real food. This is real food. You have to think back to what it is. It's kind of like juicing. You wouldn't say juicing isn't real food. I mean, it's a different way to intake that food, but you're taking an ingredient and you're juicing it and then you're drinking it. This is the same thing. So, obviously they're not laying it all out. There's a way that they're doing it, probably in big, massive dryers or dehydrators or something like that. And then they're grinding it up and they're making it that powder. And it's handled in such a delicate way because the ingredients they are all organic. Now, when someone says, well, where's the organic label? What it is Shakeology, because there's so many ingredients, because they're all over the world. The creators of Shakeology, they go over there and they work with these local farmers. So their soil is, still precious. And again, I'm not an expert on this, but from my learning, the ground and our soil is not the same as it was. And so going to places that there are not as much population and things like that, they're buying from these local farmers. Now, to become organically certified, it's like 1,000 hoops to jump through. And so that would be a lot of finance on those farmers, and it would raise the cost of Shakeology drastically because it's 77 ingredients that all would have to be certified to be organic, if that makes sense. So when people ask you if it's organic, you can say, yes, it is. And if they want to know more information, or if they're wondering why there's not that label, you can tell them exactly that, or, use the Team Forever Fitness page, because there are a lot of nurses and or ex-nurses and all that who have a lot of knowledge on it. And that's why this team is so amazing, because we're a team. And we can lean on each other with our strengths. Some of us are going to be really strong fitness experts. Some of us are going to be really strong nutrition. And some of us are going to be really strong in the business, and then everywhere in between. So we just lean on each other. And with Shakeology, I've had to lean on a lot of people. But the main thing that you want to educate yourself on is when you get an objection, just educate yourself on that objection, because it's going to come up again. And then you're just going to slowly build up all of this knowledge. Don't get overwhelmed, and don't think, oh my gosh, I don't know about it, so I'm just not going to talk about it. Talk about how it feels to you. So again, with like the basics, it's an organic, it's gluten-free, and it's lactose-free. So when someone is lactose intolerant, the regular Shakeology has whey protein. Now, whey protein, depending on where it comes from at that time, sometimes the plant has lactose in it. Now, from my understanding, a lot of people don't pick up any of that traces, and lactose intolerant people don't have problems with it. But if someone says I'm lactose intolerant, you say yes, but just in case, we're going to give you the vegan, because vegan only has pea protein in it, and that's completely lactose free. So they should be totally good. It is gluten free, and then the organic. So those are three huge things that especially someone who's going to question Shakeology is looking for. Someone like me, when I started, I was like, cool, it's going to make me healthier and make me lose my baby weight. Like, just sign me up. I don't really care. But someone who is knowledgeable, or is someone who needs to be eating gluten-free, needs to be eating lactose-free, or is interested in organic products, they're going to ask about it. And then right now that is true. And then when in doubt with the sensitivity, just go vegan. Up on the screen now are some just facts, just what the sections of like the protein and the amino acids, how that is going to help your body, the prebiotics and the digestive enzymes. And that's huge for me. That was like it. And I've actually gotten the most feedback when I post about Shakeology making you regular, is people will send me secret messages like, is that true? Is that for real? Because X, Y, and Z. That's what people struggle with, but nobody wants to talk about it. The antioxidants, and I cannot say that word, I'm not even going to pretend to know how to, and then the vitamins and minerals. Now, when I was pregnant, and even now, I don't take a prenatal anymore because I'm nursing, so I should and could, but I don't need to, because it gets all the vitamins. All I would need to do is take a supplement for the DHA for the brain development. And even in this, there's a lot of what that is, but just to be sure, you can just take that one supplement. So that's pretty amazing. You're handling everything your body needs in this one intake. And but this is something that in a pinch I did today. I Pinterest Shakeology benefits, or Shakeology basics, Shakeology facts, things like that. And you can pull that up really fast to help you guide your way through a conversation when someone is asking about Shakeology, or when you're bringing up Shakeology. But the most important thing that we can do is why do we like Shakeology? It's not about what Shakeology has in it, or what the benefits are, or what it is, or any of that. It's why you love it. And stories will sell, facts tell. If you are spitting out a bunch of facts to people, they're not going to buy into it like they would if you tell them a personal story about Shakeology and you connect with them. At the same time, what you want to be doing when you're talking about Shakeology, let's say someone approaches you about Shakeology, you can tell a personal story and then ask, why are you interested in it? And then they're going to tell you couple of things. Well, I'm too busy and I can't eat healthy, or I heard it has good energy, or I'm trying to get regular, or I don't know, I've just heard about it. And then you can find that need and then go back to here and say like, oh, I see that you're, I don't know, if it's regular or blood sugar levels that I think one of our teammates, her husband has helped his blood sugar levels being on Shakeology, and that's huge. So then you're connecting with a personal story. If someone who a lot of people who I talk to are busy moms or women or girls in school who are also working full time, and they just need something because they're turning to the drive-through more. That's a great story. I say a lot, I ate fast food all the time. I worked through college at a sports bar, and I not only ate the greasy food there, but I would go and I would drive through Taco Bell and then Burger King to hit all of the food I liked. And that's what I had for dinner. And that was my normal. And then all of my digestive issues came up and didn't go away for like a couple years, and I wonder why. But that is how I was raised, and so I just didn't even know. So you can connect with people who are struggling with something and how it has helped you and how it can help them. So a good action step to do, can you see me? Probably not. Is to write down, and I mean physically write down. So hopefully you have some kind of notebook or pieces of paper or napkins or whatever works for you. I have a calendar, and then in the days, like there's like the calendar monthly look, and then there's the daily little things. If I listen to a podcast or if I do something, I usually write down in the day breakdown. Or I have this notebook that if it's near me, I write stuff down. So if you have something like that, which I hope you do, write down why you drink Shakeology, because this is you. And remember, when you get on social media and you're talking about something, like if you're talking about Shakeology, or if you're talking about a challenge group, or if you're talking about a workout program, if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. You want to talk to people like you, because that's who you're going to connect with. I don't connect with 50-year-old women who are going through menopause. I just don't. It's not that I don't want to. It's not that if we weren't friends, I couldn't help them, because I absolutely could. But they're not going to feel connected to me and through my posts. And so you need to connect with people who are like you. And so what you want to do is you want to write down why you drink it. So I did that over here to the side. For me, it saves me time. It helps me stay healthy when I don't want to. So when I'm crazy busy and I really just don't even give a crap what I'm eating because, oh my gosh, I have so much going on, Shakeology helps me stay on track. It helps me with regularity, and it helps me with bloating. That's me. What has it helped me with? It reduced my pregnancy weight. These are just two of the things. I ran out of room. It reduced my pregnancy weight the second time around drastically, because I didn't work out all the time. And I didn't work out. I get really sick my first trimester. And so I didn't work out until probably 15 weeks after, because I get sick like the second I am pregnant, I start throwing up. And so, from like 4 or 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks being pregnant up until 15 weeks, I didn't work out. And then I did moderate workouts until like 34 weeks when I started having a lot of contractions. So I stopped working out. So Shakeology was just my go-to in a time where workouts weren't something I could do. Or, imagine people who work really, really crazy schedules and can only fit 3 workouts a week. Shakeology could keep you on track. And it fixed, and I don't want to say fixed because I'm not a doctor and I don't even know what was wrong. The doctors and the specialists couldn't tell me what was wrong. And so I don't really know, but it's gone. All the issues I was having are gone. The nights that I was I guess I wasn't hugging the toilet, but laying on the bathroom floor in such excruciating pain for hours in the middle of the night, where John was like, should we go to the hospital? Should we not? That's gone. That was a real thing that was happening to me all the time. Objections that I get. Cost. Number one is going to be cost, and I would probably think most people can relate to that. I'm not a shake person, and a lot of people, the people who I talk to who are into fitness often will be like, well, I want to eat real food, which is why I know how it's made and produced, because I had to look that up. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these things and you're going to post about it publicly. And if you're afraid of selling, it's because you're not sharing. So when we get that icky, oh my gosh, I don't want to be salesy feeling, it's because you're not sharing. Because sharing is just sharing. We live in a social media world. People share every moment they do on Snapchat. People share everything they do on Facebook, on Instagram, everything. People are sharing their entire lives. What we are doing is no different. And if people never want to buy Shakeology from you or get Shakeology from you, they never will, and that's fine. But what you're doing is you're telling a story of your life. You're not saying, I drink Shakeology, if you want to buy some from me, hit this link. First of all, Facebook will take you down. Second, that never works. Not saying that we haven't done it. Like, I have been a new coach and I have done all of these things I'm going to say. So please don't think that I'm on a high horse and I haven't done it, because, oh my gosh, have I done it 1,000 times. But you want to share why, because then you're not selling, you're just sharing. So Rachel Sampson is on our team, Forward Fitness team, and I love following her. She is very much like her upline, Keisha Fitzgerald, and she just has a really great way of posting. So she posts a super cute picture of herself because she's freaking adorbs, and she said, just over here boosting my immune system and detoxing my body with the yucky additives in my foods and pesticides on my fruit and veggies, aka the harmful junk we tend to forget about. Hashtag superfoods, my shake is magic AF. And that's intriguing and it's cute, and you're going to get more likes. No matter what, I get the least amount of likes on my Shakeology post, the least amount of likes on my, coach opportunity. That's okay, because what happens as these posts are sitting on your page, it's not always about who sees them when you post it, but it's about when you invite somebody to your challenge group and they say, what is this girl all about? And they go to your page and they scroll. And then they come up with this and they're like, what is this magic shake? Or the next one, she's like, me and my gram are sick with her last visitors, with what her last visitors left behind. So if you message me about my upcoming accountability group, I'm hoping to respond tomorrow. In the meantime, I'll be chugging my superfoods on repeat because ain't nobody got time to be sick on vacation. So what is this? It's intriguing. It's cute. It has her in it. It has her personality. Again, it doesn't matter who necessarily sees that in the moment. It's when she's inviting someone to their challenge group and she's like, hey, have you heard about Shakeology? They're going to go back to her page and scroll and learn about Shakeology before she tells them about Shakeology. Brigitte, she's posting a picture of herself, but she's making it look super memey, like the memes that go around. I just want to drink chocolate shakes, eat peanut butter, and get paid to work out and post on social media. Oh, wait, I do. Okay, intriguing. Missy Reaver, who I love, was on vacation with Disney, and she's like, it's loud, messy, exhausting, and absolutely awesome. There's nothing Mickey Ears and Shakeology can't help this mama do. Up top, I had to cut off the beginning. She said she's on vacation with like 10 kids, and she lists all their names. And she said, so that's 10 kids under 11. And then, she just is saying like Shakeology is getting her through this incredibly exhausting time. She's drinking it on vacation. This is her normal life that she's just sharing. None of these posts are saying buy from me. None of these posts are offending anyone. None of these posts are bothering anyone. Anything that we think in our mind, because we get in our own heads, just like the book I started reading, Get Over Your Damn Self, the social media guide. Don't get in our own head and think, oh my gosh, I could bother someone. If someone doesn't want to see your post, they're just going to keep scrolling. That's it. There's no other doubt about it. They're just going to keep scrolling. They won't even think about it by the end of their finger flip. So share about your life, because somebody who needs this because they are really struggling with blood pressure, or they're really struggling like me with digestive issues, or they're struggling to get decrease inflammation and they need help to build muscles and all of these things, or to help reduce hunger and food cravings because they're binge eating every single night. They need this. They need to understand the value of this product. So when you're in a private message with somebody, I want to stop share for a second. When you're in a private message with, this Kaylee, so big. I'm trying to stop it. That's not working. When you're in a private message with somebody and you're posting, or you're going back and forth with them and you invite them, remember, we're keeping it super casual. We're not making it super salesy. We're not making it feel pressured, because if someone does not want to join our challenge group, we still love them, and that's totally fine. So when it comes up about Shakeology, I always say, have you heard of Shakeology? Most of the time recently, because I've been super consistent about posting about Shakeology, people will say, only from your posts. I'll say, okay, well, so I share a personal story, maybe about my digestive issues, or maybe I'm so busy and it's kind of my lifesaver and I don't have to drink coffee anymore because I can drink Shakeology, and I just drink coffee because I like the taste, but I could do decaf if I wanted to. I share something like that, and then a lot of times they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, or oh my gosh, I'm hungry and I don't have time for breakfast. That's a big one too. And I say, do you want me to send you a little video? It's 2 minutes about Shakeology, because they explain it better than I do. And most of the time people are like, yeah, I just send the video. And then I'm like, what did you think? Doesn't that sound so awesome? So then when they're like, okay, but how much is it? When you get to that price objection, because it's going to come, you've already built all of this up, how it's helped you. And they're going to say, ooh, $130 or whatever. A lot of times they don't even know it's 130, because I talk about how together they're going to get, I actually only talk about the All Access Pass now. I'm going to talk about how you're getting all these workouts for a year and you're getting a month of food. And if it ever breaks down into well, how much is that for just the Shakeology? I say, oh my gosh, it's, $4.33 for everything we just talked about. And a lot of times people are still so excited about it, but if they can't make it work this month, they're still super pumped about it. If people can't pull money out of thin air, that's totally understandable. It's still a good chunk of change, but they know that it's worth it. And so they know that okay, I'm going to shoot for next month, or when I get my taxes done, or something like that. So it's something that is more less salesy, and is more, I can't think of the word, fluid in what you're doing and how you're helping people get to a solution. If someone is like, no, I eat great and I have no problem with energy and I'm as regular as can be, I might not know how to help them, truly. But a lot of times those people right off the bat say, you know what, I'm not interested in a challenge group right now. And that's okay. But a lot of times when people are saying, yeah, tell me more about this challenge group thing, there is a need there. And we can find it and help them with Shakeology because of what it's done for us. So when you're in these private messaging and you send them the video, and then you ask them, you're asking them these questions, and you kind of know where it's going. The more practice you get talking about Shakeology, and the more practice you do with invites, the easier this will get. The easier I know now at this place in the game, that the problems are very individual, but that they fit under the same general categories. So for the most part, I get people who don't eat breakfast, or they really struggle with energy, or they really need help with nutrition. and they're really struggling with their weight, and they need that Shakeology to help them kind of get that boost to fuel that body up so that they're not having that cravings, and so that they start every day on the right foot, and they're not, I mean, I've met so many people who like starve themselves, and then they're so hungry by 2 o'clock they're eating everything, or they're starving themselves all the time, and so their body is just almost shutting down. And so find how you can fix their problem or help them through their problem, and share your story. It just takes practice, and it's super uncomfortable at first, but then it gets so easy. And if you have that list where you're writing down, just like you write down why you love coaching, or why you love a challenge group, or why you love Shakeology, having these lists to remind you that you're coming from a pure place, that this love that you have for the products is not fake. It is not fabricated. It's not pushed. It is true. The first vital behavior that we have is being proof the products work. So when you're in tune, when you're doing your workouts and you're drinking your Shakeology, you're reminded of this. That doesn't mean you're not going to slip and have a few days where you miss your Shakeology, and then that will remind you even more why you love it when, Monday morning you drink it again and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. So you have this list, and you're being reminded that somebody helped you feel better and feel healthier about their body. My coach, Emily, is not really coaching anymore. She's still there to help us if we need, but I still thank her all the time, at least once a week, or, every couple weeks, in Messenger and in post, because, she helped me get here, and I'm so grateful for that. And so just think about how you could be helping somebody in such a way. And it can be your mission statement, but Beachbody's mission statement is for people to live a more healthy, fulfilling lives. And Carl Daikeler really, truly wants to end the trend of obesity. And this is how we can do it. And it's just, you kind of have to, for me, when I'm procrastinating and I'm avoiding it, or I'm worried about what people are going to think about me, I have to get out of my own head. And I have to remember the people that I've helped. And the message I just got today from a girl who's in our challenge group right now, and she's not participating, she's not checking in, but she has been on point. And it's week 3 in our challenge group. She has lost 10 pounds. And she's like, I'm buttoning my pants for the first time in a long time. She's like, after lunch she said, I don't even know how long I've unbuttoned my pants, and that's just how I've been living. She's like, I'm buttoning my pants, they feel good. And I have to remember that that's what this is about. And so my fear of someone saying no to Shakeology, you need to think bigger than that. And so, if you're feeling a lot of insecurity, or a doubt, or I can't think of the word, just hesitation, or you're feeling reserved about what to do, look at a few coaches that you like to follow. Don't follow a lot of coaches, because you want to have your social media on people you can help and people you love on, and then follow a few coaches that you admire. I follow that Rachel Sampson, I think her last name is, Brigida, because she's our upline, of course. And I always go to Missy Reber's page, like Casey Fitzgerald and Bonnie Engel, when I want to. They don't come up on my newsfeed, but I search them and get ideas and help generate your mind. I made a group, and I just put me and my husband in it, like a secret group on Facebook, and it's my personal shares. And so I'll share coaches' posts in there, so that when I'm stuck and I don't know what to post about, or when I'm having a hard time finding wording, I can go back and look at other people's examples on how to get my brain going. Not to copy, but to how to kind of inspire me. I lost my train of thought. But, if you're feeling, so that's how this all comes together. So, you're reminded of your own success being proof the products work. You're inviting people, so you're in those conversations, and then you are diving into personal development where you are struggling. You know, if you are struggling with being vulnerable and sharing about this stuff, you might want to dive into some Brene Brown. If you are struggling because you don't understand what's in Shakeology and that's the objections you're getting, there's a Shakeology podcast. So just like in the podcast, there where you can re-listen to the national wake-up calls, there's a Shakeology one where they talk about it, and they share information and stuff like that. That's a great place to listen. I've listened to, I think, half of them, and they're really, really good and informative, and they're not super long. So again, I tell you guys all the time, I listen to my PD when I shower and when I get ready in the morning. You know, I don't wash my hair every day, so it's a short shower, but it is getting me thinking about my business. It's giving me knowledge, and I'm feeling more confident. If you need to just kind of kick yourself in the butt and do it, you can listen to something like time management, like Eat That Frog, or read something like The Compound Effect or the 10X Rule. You know, you have to think about what your need is for your own personal development. But then there's even the Shakeology Surge. They just posted in the Team Forward Fitness because she switched over the team pages, and I want that recording. I'm not sure if it's in our team page. I didn't even check there. But that was amazing. And it was like all these top coaches and people who used to be nurses talking about Shakeology. And so it was giving me so much knowledge. Like a fact I learned was that like majority, like 90% of people in America are, you know, not getting all the vitamins they need. And so their bodies are actually just like all the time not functioning how they should be. But we live to function that way, so we know no different. And that was a cool fact. But I want to listen to it again. Also, Shay Stanford, I should have wrote her name there. Shay Stanford is one of the top coaches in the network, and she was a pharmaceutical rep for like 10 or 15 years before she started coaching. And she actually never, for the first year before there were challenge packs, she actually never sold the workout program like at the same time as Shakeology. She has led her business with Shakeology, and the workouts have followed, which I think is so cool because a lot of us do the opposite. Now, for a business aspect, Shakeology is going to help your challengers get long-term success over, you know, the longer they're on Shakeology, the healthier they're going to get overall, and the more income that you are going to receive. It's that residual income. So, you know, if each month you are shooting to get 3 new customers to make Success Club, which, you know, should be a non-negotiable in everyone's business, that's 3 people. So that's, you know, let's say January you get those first 3 people, then February you get 3 new people, and then 3 people on their residual Shakeology order. So that's 6 Shakeology or 6 commission orders that you're getting. And so by June, that's going to compound over and over and over, and your business is going to feel like it's growing, and you're going to feel more success because your time is going to be being rewarded. Never mind if you're, you know, making emerald and all of these things. It's a way that, you know, we're here because we love it, but we do, you know, want to be rewarded for our time. And so getting that check and helping people feel successful all at one time is just a beautiful, beautiful thing. So that is all I have. And does anybody, I'm going to stop recording. I guess it should end with some like cool closing, but that's all I have. I'm going to stop the recording so anyone can ask questions if they want or talk about whatever. But I'm trying to keep these under like 45 minutes, I guess. But I will see you guys in 2 weeks for the next team call.